Aha.
Hey, do you wish?
Hah? Ha.
Ah. Huh.
Hey. Huh? Hey. Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Hey.
Hi, I'm Darnisha. Let's start with a simple question. What is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is not just about starting a business, it's about identifying opportunities, creating something new, and taking risks to bring ideas into reality. Entrepreneurs don't just follow existing paths, they try to create change, whether through new products, services, or ways of doing business. So, entrepreneurship is more about innovation and opportunity rather than simply running a business for income. Small business versus entrepreneurship. At first glance, small businesses and entrepreneurship may seem similar, but they are actually quite different. A small business is typically independently owned, operated, and financed. The main goal of a small business owner is usually to earn a stable income and maintain operation. For example, a family-owned restaurant or a local convenience store. On the other hand, entrepreneurs see things differently. Where small business owners often see risks, entrepreneurs see opportunities. Entrepreneurs aim to grow, scale, and something even change the market. Their motivation often goes beyond profit. They want to solve problems, disrupt industries, or create impact. So, while all entrepreneurs start businesses, not all business owners are entrepreneurs.
So, what's the right strategy to dramatically increase employee engagement in your organization? Well, let's first talk about the wrong strategy. Usually, someone from HR has to convince the CEO to spend money on an employee survey. And when the results come back, the data is hoarded by the senior leadership and a committee is formed to brainstorm ways to improve engagement. The committee implements things like an employee appreciation day, an awards program, and perhaps even a tweak to the benefits. But the problem with this approach is that over 70% of the variance in engagement correlates to the manager. In other words, who your boss is. Frontline leaders are the regulators of engagement. So all those top-down ideas don't matter if you've still got the same boss and if your boss hasn't changed his behaviors. The right employee engagement strategy, instead of being top-down, is from the bottom up. First, if you want to improve something, measure it. So you do need to conduct an employee engagement survey. Second, make sure each manager gets her own score report. What is the engagement score for her team, and how does it compare with the average score throughout the company? Finally, third step, have managers share their results with their own teams. It's not an HR meeting, nothing fancy or formal. Grab a pizza, get in a conference room, and do it over a long lunch. The manager is the facilitator, not the problem solver. What areas did we do well in? What should we focus on for improvement? Because the frontline workers are the ones who completed the survey, they are the only ones who can tell you what needs to change. The answers can't come from above. So the best employee engagement strategy is one where the organization surveys the employees at least annually. The results are shared with every manager, and in turn, each manager creates an action plan with her team members. That's employee engagement strategy that gets results.
Hello, my name is Jaren Valeska and I'm from LE24, major International Business Management, and here is my name. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship versus self-employment. Another concept that is often confused with entrepreneurship is self-employment. Self-employment refers to individuals who work for profit or fees in their own business, profession, or trade. Examples include freelancers, consultants, or independent designers. The key difference is scalability. Self-employed individuals usually depend on their own time and skills. If they stop working, income stops as well. Entrepreneurs, however, aim to build systems and organizations that can grow beyond themselves. In short, self-employment focuses on personal income, while entrepreneurship focuses on building something that can grow and sustain over time. So, why is entrepreneurship important? Entrepreneurship plays a very important role in the economy and society. First, innovation. Entrepreneurs introduce new ideas, technologies, and solutions that improve how people live and work. Second, economic growth. New ventures contribute to GDP and increase economic activity. Third, job creation. Many large companies today started as small entrepreneurial ventures. As they grow, they create employment opportunities. Finally, entrepreneurship supports global development by encouraging competition and adaptability in an ever-changing world. Without entrepreneurship, economies would stagnate and progress would slow down.
Hi, I'm Jaslyn and I'll explain about the entrepreneurial process. Entrepreneurship does not happen randomly. There is a process behind it. The first step is exploring the entrepreneurial context, which means understanding the environment, market trends, and existing problems. And the second step is identifying opportunities and competitive advantages. Entrepreneurs may ask questions like, what problem can I solve and what makes my idea different? The third step is starting the ventures, which include planning, funding, and launching the business. And the final step is managing the ventures. This involves daily operations, strategy, and long-term growth decision. This process helps entrepreneurs move from idea to real functioning businesses. And I will explain about what do entrepreneurs do. There is no single type of entrepreneur. However, most entrepreneurs share some common activities. They create something new or different, they respond to change rather than fear it, and they resist feasibility, meaning they test whether an idea is realistic or not, and finally they launch and manage ventures.
Hello, my name is Ravata. Now I'm going to discuss about a hybrid path to entrepreneurship and identifying environmental opportunities and competitive advantage. It's important to know that entrepreneurship is risky. In fact, over half of new ventures fail within the first 4 years. One way to reduce this risk is by taking a hybrid path to entrepreneurship. This means keeping your main job while starting a business on the side. This approach allows entrepreneurs to test ideas without the pressure of relying on the business as their only source of income. It's a lower risk strategy and often leads to higher survival rates for new ventures. Entrepreneurs don't wait for opportunities, they actively look for them. Some common sources of opportunities include unexpected events, market gaps, process needs, changes in demographics, and new knowledge or technology. Competitive advantage comes from doing something better or differently than competitors. This could be through price, quality, innovation, or customer experience. Successful entrepreneurs are those who understand their environment and position themselves strategically within it.
Hello everyone, my name is Rena and I'm going to explain to you guys about researching the venture's feasibility. So, first of all, before launching a business, entrepreneurs must evaluate feasibility. When assessing ideas, entrepreneurs look for limitation in existing products, unfilled market niches, new approaches, and emerging trends. A feasibility study is an analysis that examines whether a business idea is practical and sustainable. Of course, it helps reduce uncertainty and improve decision making. Okay guys, so we move to analyzing competitors. Understanding competitors is another important part of feasibility research. Entrepreneurs analyze what products or services competitors offer, their strengths, their weaknesses, pricing strategies, and how they differentiate themselves. This information helps entrepreneurs position their own venture more effectively in the market.
Hello, my name is Felavicia Chayadi. So I will explain about financing the venture. First, every business needs a funding. Entrepreneur may seek financing for a venture capitalist who provide large-scale investment in exchange for equity. Another option is angel investor, who are private individuals investing their own money. For larger companies, an initial public offering or IPO allow them to raise capital by selling shares to the public. Choosing the right financing option depends on the size, stage, and goals of the venture. So the conclusion, to include entrepreneurship is more than starting a business. It involves innovation, risk-taking, and long-term vision. Understanding the difference between small business, self-employment, and entrepreneurship help us to see value in the economy. Entrepreneurs play a critical role in driving innovation, growth, and job creation, making entrepreneurship a key force in the modern business. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.